This build is insane. Whether you are trying to beat Elden Ring for the first time, or you are a Souls veteran, you need to check this build out. It has insane speed. It does a ton of posture damage, so you can poise break enemies and crit them. Like every 2 hits, you break the enemy's stance and they are down for a crit. It also pierces enemies, so you can attack multiple enemies at once. It has decent range. It does more damage than most spells in the game. Did I mention it also applies bleed damage? And if that wasn't enough, you could always use this. Yes, this is an int build, so you have all the sorceries at your disposal for whatever you need. So what is this all-powerful weapon? Here it is, the core of the build, Moonveil. Did I mention it also looks amazing? And it's tanky enough for me to get half naked and survive a few hits for us noobs out there. First I will show you my build and explain why I use every item and weapon. Then I will suggest an order of things to do if I was to make this build from scratch, telling you how to prioritize spending your points and where to get these items. So here are the items that you'll be using. Moonveil obviously itself is core to the build. The other core thing that you will need, and if you're starting from the beginning, I suggest getting Moonveil and Radagon Scarseal. This is one of the best talismans in the game and I seriously suggest you guys get it. It adds +3 to most of your attributes. If I take this off now, see that? See everything in blue? That's how much everything has gone up by. What this means is if I start as the astrologer class, all I have to do is put 1 point into strength rather than 4 points into strength. And the staff I've decided to go with is the Carrion Regal Scepter. You need 60 intelligence to get this, so obviously if you're starting from the beginning, I would just recommend using the Meteorite staff. It scales S with intelligence, so it will be amazing for the beginning of the game. Also get Rock Sling. Those two are amazing early game. There's loads of videos out there showing you where to get them, so just check them out. The main reason I've gone for this Regal Scepter over the Lusat's Glintstone staff is just because this burns through FP so quickly and I don't have to put as much points into my mind. So with that in mind, let's go over why I've gone for which stats and what you should try pumping first. So the first thing I would go for is you need to be able to equip Moonveil. So all the things you need to equip Moonveil. Obviously if you have that, it helps out massively. So I would get that first, and then you're just going to want to pump everything into intelligence. Then you're going to try and do a balancing act between mind and vigor, whatever you feel you need the most of. If you need more health, put it in vigor. If you need more FP, put it into mind. And then once you've got your vigor and mind to a decent level and your intelligence is pumped super high, you've got a choice. It's between endurance and dex. Dexterity is going to give you more damage and help you get one-shots more, whereas endurance is going to let you increase your equipment load. So you can attack more with your stamina, but as well, you can equip heavier armor, which will make you a little bit more tanky. The other talismans are really up to you. You can choose whatever you want to, but here is what I'm using. As for the armor, I like to go light load, but seriously, there's not much difference between medium load, so if you feel more comfortable, you could wear a lot more armor than me. And then I would also go with Mimic because it is the best tier for this build because it just wrecks. I could kill bosses with just my Mimic because this sword art is just overpowered. I will now quickly show you how to use this awesome build. The weapon art is your main attack. So most of your fights are going to be very similar. You are going to dodge and then use your weapon art. Dodge, then use your weapon art. Then usually in a few hits, their stance is going to be broken and then they're going to be open for a crit. Use the crit, rinse and repeat. Generally, you're just going to be using the R2 attack. It is slightly slower than the R1 attack, but it does a bit more damage and has longer range. Now I'll show you how to get the 2 core items in this build. Here is where to get Moonveil. I'll speed these up to save you guys some time. This will also showcase how good the Meteorite staff is with Rock Sling, for you beginners out there wanting to build this from scratch. You do have to defeat 2 bosses to get these 2 key items, but it shouldn't be too difficult even early on. Just get the Meteorite staff and the Rock Sling spell. They are very good early on. And even if you have to put a few more points into intelligence, it doesn't matter because this is an int build anyway. Good luck. Here is where to get the talisman Radagon Sorcerer. The first area I mark is a Church of Marika, where you can get a sacred tear, and then the second place I mark is the actual place you will get the talisman. I currently don't have the bonfires on my account, so I'll see you back when I'm there. From the church, just head to my second waypoint. You will also need a stone sword key to access this fight. I hope this guide was useful. If you need to know any other information, please don't hesitate to leave a comment below. Hope you enjoyed, guys. Thanks for watching.